What is up, my butter biscuits? It is that time of the month. No, not my period. I know every single time that I say that, it kind of sounds like I'm going to say my period, but it's not my period. It's my anti-haul. Y'all, I have done this every single month for the past year, with the exception of November. I just did not feel like doing my makeup that month, so therefore I didn't do an anti-haul, which I know probably sounds really dumb, but I always like doing my anti-haul after filming a tutorial. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. However, I just didn't do one last month. So I'm thinking about doing two this month. However, you guys let me know how you feel about two within 1 month. I don't really know how that goes. I've never done it, but I am thinking about doing it because there is just so much product right now, especially because of the holidays. So anyways, y'all, if you guys are new here, I give this spiel every single time. If you guys are not new here, I do apologize that this is so repetitive, that I always give this spiel, but I just feel the need to do it because every single time that I do an anti-haul, I do see several comments commenting like, why do you feel the need to talk about this? Why do you feel the need to say what you're not going to buy? Just don't buy it. And I'm like, y'all, it's really not meant to be deep or like hurtful or negative in any type of way. Just picture yourself shopping with a friend or a family member and you're like, hey girl, what do you think about this palette? And I'm just like, oh, you know what? I don't really like it. It's too overpriced. You know what? That color story just doesn't go for me. I don't really like it. I don't like the packaging. You know what I'm saying? That is it. It's just makeup talk and that's it. It's very lighthearted. Sometimes it's meant to throw a little bit of shade. You know, y'all know whenever I mention a Nikita Dragon product, it's meant to be shady because I just, you know, I don't know. She's just not really my vibe. But anyways, that is really it. It's really not meant to be hurtful or negative in any type of way. So I always like giving that spiel because every single time people always comment, I'm just like, y'all, it's just makeup talk. That is it. Keep in mind too, when we go into this, honestly, we all have difference of opinion, a difference of preference, a difference of aesthetic. Some things, you know, may speak to you that don't speak to me. And that is really it. At the end of the day, I feel like it is really hard this day and age to have a difference of opinion. So many people get so angry about it. And it's like, y'all, it's just makeup. Just keep that in mind. What I like and you may not like, that's totally fine. Or what you like and I may not like is totally fine. Like, I think that we need to learn in life that, hey, we're not always going to agree on the same type of thing. And on top of that too, once again, it's just makeup. Like, I see some people getting so like, bam, like ready to like jump the gun, and it's like, y'all, it's makeup. Like, it's really like not that serious, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and keep on watching. Of course, if y'all are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that way you get notified when I upload a new video. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up because I would really appreciate that. If you guys are interested in this makeup look that I have on right now, I did just film a review slash tutorial using the Colourpop Mandalorian Baby Yoda Grogu the Child palette. It's gonna be so difficult for me to start saying Grogu now because I'm just so used to calling him Baby Yoda, but he officially has a name and it is Grogu. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm also giving away one of these palettes, so go ahead and click the card right up here to go enter within that giveaway and check out my review of this palette. Y'all, before we get into this video, I do want to say, do not pay attention to my lips. Like, y'all, they look really busted, but I was just way too lazy to get up off my fat butt and go and get a lip liner. I know I 100% need a lip liner. However, I was just way too lazy to go and get it. So now my lips just look real messy, real incomplete, just real, like, I'm looking at the viewfinder, I'm like, y'all, this looks real busted. Like, it looks left over. Like, I just ate a big old fat sandwich and this is just what's left over of my gloss. You know what I'm saying? So just try not to pay attention to that. Just pay attention to my eyes because I'm just way too lazy to get a lip liner, y'all. Anyways, let me shut up. Let me stop rambling and let's go ahead and get into the anti-haul. All right, y'all. Let me just tell you guys right off the bat, we got palette galore, but what is new? It's just palette after palette after palette. I really do feel like people have learned now that it's just kind of easy to make a palette. As soon as you create a base formula, it's just easy to make a palette. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and start off without a palette. Because this one I want to throw in there. If you guys know me, if you guys watch my videos, look, Glow Recipe, oh my gosh, has been my everything. I love it so much. The Banana Souffle Moisturizer, the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Acid, the Blueberry Bounce Makeup Remover. Y'all, these products are really, really bomb for me. I absolutely love them. However, I just want to say the reason that I would not be buying this big ol' vault right here is because it's $310, which, look, I totally understand that, hey, if you wanted all of these products within here, this is a great deal. However, $310 at once, and it's like, honestly, y'all, you guys are gonna use every single product right away? I don't know, me personally, I like, you know, picking up one product at a time, using that, and then like going, you know what I mean? If I purchase this, I would not be using all of these products all at once, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that too, as much as I love Glow Recipe, I still do like using, you know, different cleansers from this brand and makeup remover removers from this brand and like cleansing balms from this brand. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it all from one single brand, even though I do love Glow Recipe. And honestly, the products that I have used from them have been absolutely amazing. This to me is just like way too much. And I look at it and I kind of get a little bit overwhelmed. I'm like, woof. And I get super overwhelmed paying $310 at once. That is just crazy to me. Like, honestly, buying the moisturizer at once for like 50 bucks, I'm like, ooh, that's breaking the bank. You know what I'm saying? So $310 at once. It's just a whole lot. That's a whole lot of money. But I do gotta say, I do really love Glow Recipe, but not for $310. And let's go ahead and jump into some palettes right here. And honestly, y'all, I want to cry. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys would know I love Beetlejuice so much. I literally have like little dolls from these vending machines that I got at Denny's. Oh my god, I should like really get up and show you guys them. They're just so adorable. A little Lydia and a little Beetlejuice. They're just so freaking cute. I'll probably just insert a picture right up here because I'm too lazy to go get them. I love Beetlejuice so much ever since I was a kid, and I was so excited to see that Melt was doing a Beetlejuice collaboration. And then as soon as I saw inside the palette, I was like, no. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Like, look, I do feel like it is very on theme. Don't get me wrong, 100%. You know, you have those like greeny yellows there and the purples. It just doesn't go for me. I don't know why. In a palette, it just doesn't go. However, I love the colors, like, you know, for fashion wise or like within the movie. But just in a palette, I don't know. I just look at this and I'm like, y'all, I feel like if I do my makeup like that, I'm going to look like I'm going to like a Lakers game. And I don't know. I just didn't really like the vibes of it, even though the packaging is super cute. And of course, I have heard nothing but great things about Melt. I still haven't tried any of their products because honestly, y'all, when they were coming out with their good palettes, I was like way too broke at the time to like purchase anything from them. Now that I got me a little bit more money and I could afford some of their stuff, I'm waiting to try it. However, nothing has been speaking to me, and I was 100% planning on purchasing this. But then when I saw the inside, I was just like, yeah, no, I don't really like it. And I think that that really sucks because, oh my gosh, you guys, look at the pans of the shadow. They're literally Beetlejuice. I just feel like it's so adorable, but I just really don't like the colors together in an eyeshadow palette. And the next palette on the list is from Colourpop. I feel like, honestly, within every single anti-haul, I have a Colourpop product. I just feel like they put out so much stuff. It's ridiculous. I actually mentioned that within my review that I'm filming. Like, how do you guys feel about Colourpop with them coming out with a product like every other week? Honestly, it's just crazy how much product they come out with. I'm just kind of like a little bit tired of it. And on top of it, this palette right here, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. It is cute if you don't have a rainbow palette, but I kind of feel like everybody has a rainbow palette now, right? Like, I don't know, maybe people who are just getting into makeup, you know, might be like, oh, I need a rainbow palette. However, I don't know, y'all, I have so many rainbow palettes that it's going to take a lot for me to purchase a rainbow palette just because I have so many already. And I'm just kind of like, okay, what do I need another rainbow palette for? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I wouldn't be purchasing this. But on top of that too, I'm just like, whoa, I'm constantly overwhelmed with Colourpop. I told you all this before, even when I was on the PR list, I was like, oh my gosh, Jesus, every single week I'm getting new product. And you may think like, oh my gosh, like that's actually really cool. You're getting a whole bunch of product. Look, I'm not complaining about it. Look, if it's free, I'll take it. However, I was just like, whoa, I was so overwhelmed because I felt the pressure to actually use these products and do a video on this and, you know, post about it. And it was just like, whoa, this is just Colourpop overload. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it as me complaining about free product, y'all, because I love getting free product. But when I was on their PR list, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much makeup. And honestly, I've been off of their PR list for like 2 years now, and I still have boxes and boxes of their makeup because they just put out that much. So I just wish that Colourpop would honestly just slow it down a little bit so we can like appreciate the, you know, collection that they're coming out with, rather than, oh, this collection comes out, oh, that looks nice, but then bam, 2 days later there's 3 more collections out. It's like, whoa, you know. I can only imagine if you guys are like super fans of the brand and you're like, which one do I pick? Because there's just so many new products, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I look at this and I'm like, okay, a rainbow palette, like, okay, been there, done that. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. And this one, oh, my friend Genevieve, y'all. If you guys know my friend Genevieve, she's been on my channel a couple times. She's with me on my lives quite a bit. I feel like she would get like really, really offended about this, but I'm just not a real big fan of Lisa Frank. When that Lisa Frank like pop-up hotel had happened, she really wanted me to go with her. I don't know what happened. We didn't end up going. But this is the Lisa Frank Morphe collaboration. And y'all know, look, first of all, I am not a Lisa Frank fan. Even though, yes, it is very nostalgic and it does remind me of my childhood and those were good times. I just never have really liked it. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I find it a little bit tacky. And on top of that, it's Morphe, y'all. And y'all know how I feel about Morphe. Don't make me go down that road. Why was I going to say chode? I was gonna say, don't make me go down that chode. Oh my gosh, I need to go to sleep right now because why was I literally about to say don't make me go down that chode? That is so inappropriate. Let me just stop. Anyways, I just do not like this. One, because of Morphe. Two, because Lisa Frank just, it doesn't really appeal to me. And guess what, y'all? The next thing on the list is another eyeshadow palette. This one is from Christian Dior. Y'all know I always put these like high-end things in there. I don't really know who this appeals to. Like, honestly, when I look at this, I'm like, okay, there's no price on this as of right now, but looking at this, I'm just kind of like, you already know it's going to be like $75 and for 3 colors. And why do they still put those tacky old little like brush tips in there? I'm sorry, but that to me is just so cheap. Y'all know the product is not really going to be the bomb when it has like one of those little smudge tips in it. I did a full face of 99-cent store makeup like years ago, and that's what came within the products. And I feel like Christian Dior putting that within their products just makes it look even more cheap. You know what I mean? And on top of that too, whenever I look at higher end products, they just don't speak to me. I wouldn't invest in like Christian Dior eyeshadows. You know what I'm saying? I would invest in a Dior foundation though. I have heard nothing but good things about Dior foundation. I just never tried it because I'm just like way too cheap to spend that much money on a foundation. However, let me tell you why I would invest in that is only if I heard that they had good skincare or good ingredients within the brand that are going to, or within the product that are, you know, going to help my skin out. Then I would 100% invest into it because I feel like skincare products and complexion products are an investment and I'm willing to spend the money. But when it comes to like eyeshadows and stuff like that, I won't do it. With the exception of Pat McGrath, y'all. Oh my gosh, I know I kind of sound a little bit hypocritical right now with Pat McGrath because I've been obsessed with her recently, but her quality is, oh, it's just amazing, you know, even though y'all $125 for a palette is really trippy, but I just wouldn't do that for Christian Dior. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And the next thing on the list is the Grinch collection from Kylie Cosmetics. And I know you're already thinking right now, well, it's sold out, so you ain't gonna buy it, of course. But I just wanted to say, when I saw the Grinch, I was like, oh my gosh, how cute. Have you guys ever been to Universal Studios during Grinchmas? Oh, it's just so cute. I absolutely love the Grinch every single year during Christmas time. It's like my like hocus pocus for Halloween. The Grinch is for like Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Looking inside this palette, y'all, look at the palette. Like, how do you get Grinch with this? I don't know. Like, I just looked at this and I was like, who designed this? Like, who picked the colors for this palette? Because I just don't get Grinch vibes whatsoever looking in this palette. And honestly, y'all, I feel like Kylie, look, she must pick the color stories. I just feel like she's too scared to go there. I feel like her and Kim, their palettes are just kind of like blah. There was one palette from Kylie. I think it was like one of her birthday collections. It was like something about money or something. I don't know. That was the one and only palette that I was kind of like, ooh, maybe I will buy that because it was really pretty. Other than that, I'm just kind of like, what? Like, y'all, when you think of Grinch, aren't you thinking of like bright greens and yellows and reds? Or is that just me? I don't know. Because looking at this, I'm like, I don't get Grinch vibes whatsoever. There's like one little mint green in there that doesn't even match the color of the Grinch. I don't know. And this sold out like immediately. And I had heard fans that were like so mad about it selling out. And she had said that it was limited edition and they won't be coming out with any more. And I'm actually really surprised that it sold out right away because I don't get Grinch vibes. And if I buy a Grinch palette, I want Grinch vibes. You know what I mean? And speaking of Kim Kardashian, okay, y'all, is it just me? Like, maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Maybe I just don't pay attention enough. Honestly, it could totally be that. So really check me if I'm wrong. But like, aren't all of her palettes like this? Like, honestly, I feel like all of KKW Beauty palettes look the same. Like, I just don't see a difference in them. I just feel like it's just always the same kind of thing, and I don't know. Her products to me are just so blah, honestly. That's why I haven't tried anything from her, but I do always hear such amazing things about her concealer. Everyone loves her concealer that has tried it, that I know. However, when it comes to eyeshadows, I'm just like, Kim, girl, like, I don't know. This is just, but you know what though? I will say though, let me just say this. I do feel like it is very on brand for Kim because if you look at her eyeshadow, it is pretty much always neutral. I feel like she never really wears color. So I guess maybe she feels, I don't know, maybe she feels a little bit dumb putting out a really like colorful palette or like a really loud palette because she most likely won't wear it. However, obviously keep in mind what your, you know, consumer wants. And I do feel like her consumer does want some color. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Because I would definitely try her brand. But just like if she, I don't know, came out with a better palette, they just all look very repetitive to me. Y'all, this has gotten me so much hate. And it makes me sad. Like, it makes me feel like I need to be so defensive and tell people like, y'all don't even understand. Lady Gaga is like my everything. I love her so much. Like, I've said that so many times on my channel. Like, I love her so much. Her brand though, her brand, I don't know, her brand to me is just so like it's just so flatline to me, and it just, I don't know, it just looks like no effort goes into it. I don't know, I just don't like it. And these are the new four-way quad eyeshadow palettes, and looking at every single one of them, I'm just very like like I don't know. It just makes me sad because y'all, when I had first heard that she's coming out with, you know, a makeup brand, I was sitting over here thinking that I was gonna get like a meat dress eyeshadow palette, and I was so excited. And then I don't know, her products came out and I was just like, oh girl, this is like really tired. Like, I don't know, I just feel like just very minimal effort goes into the brand. Which I know, look, a lot of people are probably sitting there saying like, oh my gosh, don't discredit her, you know, maybe a lot of work goes into it. It just looks like a lot of work doesn't go into it. You know what I'm saying? It's Lady Gaga. Y'all, like, look at Lady Gaga and her fashion and her music videos and her music. It's just like you expect a whole lot more, and then when you look at her makeup brand, it's just very you know what I mean? All right, y'all. And the last thing on the list for this anti-haul, and by the way, I'm actually cutting off a whole lot more product. That's why I'm kind of like, oh, should I do a second anti-haul? Y'all let me know in the comment section, because that'll determine if I do it or not, because I already have a whole lot more, and especially if I do it in like 2 weeks, there'll probably be a lot more products, you know what I'm saying? But we'll go ahead and cut it off right here, because I feel like this video is just going to get way too long. So this is the Viseart palette. This is the purple and neutral tones, and honestly, y'all, first of all, Viseart's really expensive, so I never really purchased from them because it's expensive. Second of all, I look at this palette and I'm just like, like, I don't know, all their palettes just look blah to me. You know what I mean? A lot of makeup professionals really do love their palettes. However, they just don't appeal to me. And y'all know how I feel about purples. Y'all know purples are literally like, you know what? Purples are my second favorite eyeshadow color to do. I have to put kind of like pinks and burgundies on top of it, even though I really don't like pink when it comes to, you know, life. Like, I don't like pink clothes, I don't like pink cars, pink houses, I don't like pink anything, but when it comes to eyeshadow, I love pink. Anyways, purple second, and I just look at this and I'm like, it's very blah to me and just very boring. I don't know why, I just get very boring vibes from Viseart. I don't know. Am I the only one that feels that way? Because when I look at this, I'm just like, it makes me a little bit tired, you know? It doesn't really inspire me. Anyways, y'all, you guys let me know what you guys plan on not purchasing. I know with the holidays coming, there's just so much makeup products out there. Make sure y'all put the reason why. Every single time I ask you guys this, I want to know the reason why, because look, y'all, I'm very metiche and I'm just kind of like, well, why don't you want to buy it? If you just put something out there like, oh, I don't want to buy this Kylie product, well, girl, put why you don't want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me know if you guys want a part 2 this month, because I do have several other products, but I was like, you know what? This video is just getting way too long. So y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything, and I'll catch you guys within my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.